Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about some beginner finger workouts for you to get your fingers in shape. So let's dive into that right now. A lot of guitar players, when they're starting out, feel like their fingers aren't doing what they want them to do. And it feels like they're mixed up and their fingers are all not cooperating, right? I know that I felt that way in the beginning. And so today, these beginner finger workouts are going to really help you. And actually, it's one workout with just a few variations. Now, here's the other cool thing. This is basically an exercise of learning how to take an example from a song, and then you can take it and turn it into an exercise. So if you've ever heard the song Last Resort by Papa Roach, which goes something like this. Right? It's something like that. I'm not a huge Papa Roach fan, but I did learn how to play that riff because all my friends thought it was cool in high school. So anyway, so that riff is actually a really cool riff. And if you use all four fingers, it can turn into a super awesome exercise. So check this out. What I'm just doing is I'm gonna put my fingers on one finger per fret. So I've got my first finger on the 7th fret and then one finger per fret after that. My second finger's on 8, third finger's on 9, and my pinky is on my 10th fret. Okay, so I'm starting this on my 5th string, 7th fret, 5th string. Now with one finger per fret, that makes it so that I can turn this into a really good exercise that can work out all four of my fingers. Now to play it just that way, all you're gonna do is start with your first finger on your 7th fret. And then the biggest thing with this is using your pinky and your ring finger. Most people's biggest problem isn't their pinky, it's the ring finger. And so this is gonna work that out a lot. What you're gonna do is you're gonna play 7 and then 10 on the 5th string, and then 9, and then 10, and then 9 on the 4th string, and then 10 on your 5th, and then 9, and then 10. That is the basis of this. And then what we're gonna do is each measure that we play, we're just gonna change the lowest note. And then I'm gonna jump down to the 6th string, 10th fret with my pinky for the lowest note in the second measure, for the first note. And then I'm gonna play the same pattern after that. Then I'm going to use my second finger to play the 8th fret on my 6th string for the first note. And then the rest of the measure is the exact same. And then I'm gonna do half a measure playing with my 7th fret on the 6th string first. And I'm gonna play 7, and then on my 5th string, I'm gonna play 10, 9, 10. And then I'm gonna jump back up with my pinky to play 10 on my 6th string, and then 10, 9, 10. So it'll go. And then it starts over and you can just repeat it. Now, here's the thing. You can start out slow with that, build up your speed, get faster and faster with it, and have fun with it, okay? But let's take that idea and show you some more finger workouts that you can do. Because here's the thing. We don't have to just do this one thing right there and do it on the 5th and 6th string. We can do this on any pair of strings, and we can change up the notes to it. So I can make up a little variation of this where I'm playing the 7th fret, and I'm gonna change that first note of every single measure. So let's do this. Before we did 7, 10, 8, 7, 10. And then we play the rest of the pattern in between those notes. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying this video on these beginner finger workouts, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new lesson to help you out. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Now let's get back to these beginner finger workouts. So let's try this. Let's start with 7. And then the easy version to do this would be to play just your 9th fret with your 3rd finger, and then your 8th fret with your 2nd finger, and then your 7th fret with your first finger. And so that would sound something like this. And so you can just repeat that as well, and that will work out all 4 fingers for you. And if you want to make that one a little bit harder, what you can do is add your pinky in there. So you're going to start with 7 on your 5th string, and then play 10 on your 6th string, and then walk down with 9, and then 8, and then 7. And then you repeat that, so it'll go like this. But like I said, we don't have to stick to just the 5th and 6th string for this. So let's try this up on this 1st and 2nd strings. So we could take the exact same thing. We could play the same pattern up here. I'm on my 1st and 2nd strings on 10, 11, 12, 13, okay? And we could work out more because your 3rd and 4th finger are usually the biggest ones. Those are the biggest ones to work out. And we could do that same thing right here. Now that changes it a little bit because if I drop down to my 3rd string, then everything's going to be 1 fret lower than it was when we were doing it on the 6th string because of how the 2nd and 3rd string are tuned together. But we could also just stick on your 1st and 2nd string and just change the highest note. What if we change the note that we're playing on the 1st string? So instead of changing the lower note, instead of changing that, what if we change the higher note and we go like this? So the pattern here is going 10, 13, 12, 13, 12 on my 1st, 13, 12, 13. And then when I start it over, I'm going to play 13 for the highest note on the 1st string, and then back to playing it on 12, and then back to dropping it down, and I'm going to play 10 with my 1st finger now. Right? That's another variation that you could try. So if you've been feeling like your fingers are just not cooperating and doing what you want them to do, spend a few minutes in your practice. Add this into your practice. Just a few minutes. Do it for 3 to 5 minutes in your practice and do it every single day. If you do this every day, after a couple of weeks, you're going to feel that 3rd and 4th finger really being able to do what you want them to do. And you're going to start having a lot more fun. Now, you can also keep track of how fast you were playing this. So in a couple videos I just did, we talked about metronome speed logs. You could do this with a metronome. You could do this with different rhythms. You can track how fast you're doing it, okay? So you can do that with this too, but work out your fingers. If you work out your fingers with these, you're gonna have a lot more control over them. So have fun with these exercises, guys. Now, if you've watched the video this far, I do have a gift for you. If you go to simpleguitar.com/top10, there I have a guide called the top 10 things to learn on guitar first. And that is a guide that I put together for you with 10 things I teach beginners all the time to get them having more fun, to get them playing guitar faster, to get them playing real music faster. And by doing these exercises and building up your fingers, you're going to have more fun with the stuff in that guide as well. So go to simpleguitar.com/top10. Download the guide. It's my gift to you, my way of saying thank you for being here today and learning about these beginner finger workouts. So have fun with these, have fun with the guide. Thank you so much for being here today and for watching and subscribing and liking. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions on this. I'm happy to get down there and help you out. But other than that, guys, have an awesome day and I will catch you in the next video.